Grand Rising family, how y'all doing this morning? Well, actually, this afternoon, time is kind of catching up with me. I'm doing great. I am out on my patio, out in nature, as where I am most of the time. Every chance I get, let me just put it like that. But I'm doing great today. Um, Enjoying this sun, this beautiful sun, and um, the view that I have. It's in spite of all of the plants and the beautiful flowers. I'm gonna call it beautiful. It doesn't matter what they look like to anyone else's eyes. I'm gonna claim beautiful, as we know that a lot of the shrubbery and plants and flowers here in Texas, we've been losing a lot of them here in this radiation. And so I am not going to complain about that, not at all, because I understand the bigger picture of what's taking place on the planet. So I'm not going to give that I'm not going to feel any grief about it. It's all good. We're all manifesting and heading in the direction of what's to be a beautiful place. So I'm not going to give that allow any negative energy to come here, because I know what's coming. And it makes a difference when you understand what's taking place and when you know what's actually coming and how beautiful it's going to be. So it's beautiful out here, guys. Kind of windy here where I am, and but the sun is shining. Yes, the sun is shining. I'm loving it. So beautiful. So I'm in a happy place, as I always set my intentions to be, and I advise you guys to do the same, to not give any energy to whatever is going on around us that might not be pleasing to the eye and to, what you might be feeling in the moment. Just decide you're going to have a great day and set the intention, and then just walk in it. That is my advice to you, and that's what I do. So I wanted to come on today, though, for a few minutes, and remember I told you a while back on a previous interview, I say previous, not interview, but previous video, I talked about how ever so often I wanted to come and do a book review and share with you my library. I know that many of our people are looking to get the knowledge, and there's many ways to pursue that. And one of the ways is by purchasing these wonderful books that are out there, and there's lots of them. So today I want to do another book review with you and share my library. And hopefully, you may see something that might pique your interest and you might want to purchase. As I always say, I start out by looking at the half-price bookstores. Then the second place I go is to shopping with my own neuromelanated people. Before I go outside of that, I go to my own people and I try to shop with them. As you know, we are still the most unrepresented, and so we have to go back and learn to support each other as we once have before. So I'm going to start first by asking you to like the video ahead of time, because when you like the video, more people can see it, and share the video, and also click the button so that you can get the videos, so they can come to you automatically, and you don't have to go searching for them. So click the bell so you can make that happen. So I want to start. Knowledge is power. I know you guys know that. And like I said, there's many ways to get it. First, I would advise to go within. But these wonderful books is another way that you can get the knowledge that you need to learn and to progress through these trying times. They will help you tremendously understand what's taking place and understand so many things during this time. So I'm going to start. The first book I want to share with you is called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Many of you may know right now today that we are in a spiritual war / mental war. And so many of us are learning, myself, I say included, we're learning a lot about how the mind plays into what's happening on the planet today, and how, that a lot of that information was kept from us. And so in order to really get a good picture of what's happening, we've got to learn and understand how the mind works. So this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, is an awesome book. I want to show it to you. I am reading this book, and I've read it before, and I also use it for reference. Again, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. There are no limits to the prosperity, the happiness, and peace of mind you can achieve simply by using the power of the subconscious mind. We all need to know that we have to take control of our own minds, because if we don't do it, somebody else will, or something else will. That's a very important note for you to take. This book goes over how your mind works, talks about the miracle working power of your subconscious mind, the mental health healings in modern times and ancient times, practical techniques in mental healing. A lot of our healing, guys, is in here in the mind, and it starts there. And we need to begin to understand all about the mind. And if we can get a hold on that understanding, that'll be over half of the battle, I promise you, because that's where the battle is. It's in the mind. So this book right here is it's a wonderful book. It's one of the most widely acclaimed and best-selling self-help books of all time. So Google it, look it up, and if all else fails, go to Amazon, which is what I wanted to share with you too. If I can't find someone in my own group that I can purchase this book, then I will go to Amazon at last resort, and they usually have them. So one more time, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Let me let you see what it looks like. I always like to see what the book looks like, because it helps me a lot when I'm searching for it. I'll look for that picture of the book, and then I'll make sure the author and everybody's able to. Usually if you get that picture, you'll have the right book. The next book I want to share with you is called E2 by Pam Grout. Let me let you see it before I kind of talk about it a little bit. It's also a great book. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. Christine Northrup says this book is beyond spectacular. It's funny, it's uplifting, it's delightful, and it is profound. 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts actually create your reality. Yes, ma'am. If you're thinking about it all the time, then you're creating your reality. Whether it's something positive or if it's something negative, it doesn't matter. Wherever your thoughts go, your mind goes, and wherever your mind goes, your body goes, and then your behavior goes. It's deep, but it is definitely the truth. E squared could best be described as a lab manual with simple experiments that prove reality is malleable. Consciousness trumps matter, and you shape your life with your mind. Yes, you read that right. It says prove. The 9 experiments, each of which can be conducted with absolutely no money and very little time expenditure, demonstrate that spiritual principles are as dependable as gravity, as consistent as Newton's laws of motion. Rather than take it on faith, E squared invites you to prove the following principles, and there's a list of principles on the back of the book. I absolutely love this book. Pam has combined a writing style as funny as She says Ellen DeGeneres, with a wisdom as deep and profound as Deepak Chopra. This is a book that I think will help you greatly. So consider purchasing it. And again, Pam Grout's E2, a #1 New York bestseller. Look it up and check out the reviews. Maybe it may be something that you want in your library. Okay. So the third book I want to mention, this book, I think I may have mentioned this one before in a previous book review, but it is one that I can't mention it too many times. I could never mention it enough. It is just a book that is amazing, and the reason I am so loving this book is because this is the book that helped me tremendously during the beginning of my awakening, my Kundalini experience. This book is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Let me show it to you, by Joe Dispenza. This is one of the most magnificent books that I have ever read in my life. And I've actually read this. I've read it once, and now I'm in the process of reading it a second time. How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. I don't know if you've ever heard people say that in order to find your mind, you have to lose the one you have. Lose your mind to find your mind. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I've heard that several times. He is the best-selling author of Evolve Your Brain. So right now, that topic is in the forefront, the topic of the subconscious mind, the mind, and realizing that your mental state has a lot to do, is at the foundation actually of your physical state. It's a very important topic right now, and everybody's discussing it. It says you are not doomed by your genes, and you're hardwired to be a certain way for the rest of your life. That is absolutely not true. A new science is emerging that empowers all beings to create the reality that they choose. So you can create your reality with your mind. I tell you all the time, when you get up in the morning, to set your intentions. That means you're going in your mind. You're making a decision in here to have the kind of day that you want to have. So you're using the mind. So you create your own reality. You set your intentions, you create the day you want to have. In Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, renowned author, speaker, researcher, and chiropractor Dr. Joe Dispenza combines the fields of quantum physics, neuroscience, brain chemistry, biology, and genetics to show you what is truly possible. I'm telling you guys, this book helped get me through some of the most, or if not the most, hardest time during, like I say, the initial beginning of my Kundalini experience, my awakening. This book helped me so much. It was like a Bible for me. And if you notice, I got all kinds of notes written in it. I got pages that are highlighted. I just want you to see, I want you to believe me when I tell you how important this book was to me. And even in the back, I tell you, I was up day and night with this book. I slept with this book, literally. So check it out. Look at the reviews, and it might be a book that could be of great help for you. And I want to show it to you one more time. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's an awesome book, guys. I can't say it enough. Check it out. The fourth book I want to mention to you is called Becoming Supernatural. This is also a book written by Dr. Joe Dispenza. As many of you know by now, neuromelanated beings, we are supernatural. Okay? We are not, we're carbon beings. We're not human beings. Let me say that again. Neuromelanated beings are carbon beings. We're actually not human beings. Research it. This book, How Common People Are Doing the Uncommon. It's an awesome book. What would it mean to become supernatural? What if you could train your brain to tune into frequencies beyond our material world? Change your brain circuitry and chemistry to access transcendent levels of awareness and transform your very biology to enable profound healing. We can do all of that, guys. Yes, we can. We're doing it. There are many of our fellow beings that are doing it right now today, and we're coming into the place to where most of us will be able to do this pretty easily soon in the near future. So this book is all about that. This unique and practical guide shows us step by step how to move beyond the limits of the known and into an extraordinary new life. Tony Robbins wrote that. So this is a book, guys, with all that's going on today. Again, I say this is one of the main topics that we're hearing about, the brain, the mind, and how everything is connected, biology, neuroscience, all of that stuff, chemistry, all of that right now is at the forefront because we're learning information that we always knew, we always had inside, but it's been dormant, and the evil entities have kept it hid, kept it out of the school system and, off of the television. And so it hasn't been in the forefront for a very long time, but we're waking up now and it's surfacing from in here. When you tap in, it's starting to, we're starting to get these uploads of all this information that we already knew. Again, but it was just dormanted. And so this is your one of your main topics taking place today everywhere, the dinner table, in some school systems, a lot of the new school systems that are being created today, and definitely at our dinner tables. So becoming supernatural, how common people are doing the uncommon. You might want to check out this book. It's an awesome book. And as you can see, I'm still reading it. I'm going back and reading and referencing because it's just one of those magnetic books that you just can't forget about. So, Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Check it out, guys. It's going to stay in my library. The next book, number 5, is called Survival Strategies for Africans in America. This is 13 Steps to Freedom. This book is written by Anthony T. Browder. Some call him Tony. Let me let you get a good look at what it looks like. This book I have not read yet, but I have reviewed and I have referenced it. I just have not read it cover to cover. But this is an awesome book. And it says, we Africans in America have been totally engineered to reject our past, and far too many of us live in a state of suspended animation. We deny the historical realities confronting us daily. Too many of us mistakenly believe that the past has no bearing on the present and is unrelated to the future, and that is an absolute lie. I believe that in order to understand what's coming, you must find out, learn, and get a good understanding of what has already taken place. And to me, that's just common sense, critical thinking. Thus, we have been conditioned to live our lives disconnected from cultural values, principles, and ideals essential for peaceful living. We wonder why our lives are so chaotic. There are many, many answers to that question. But one of the main answers for neuromelanated beings is that we have been disconnected from our true reality. And right now, as we speak, the process of reconnecting is taking place. I'm so thankful the sun is here. The suns. So, in other words, we are being repaired. Mother Nature is restoring. But there are some things that we can do also on our own to assist with moving into that place that we're headed to. So this book, Survival Strategies for Africans in America by Anthony T. Browder. And that's, again, some people call him Tony, but he's awesome. I think he's on YouTube, but I know he's in a lot of, he's in, if you've heard of Hidden Colors by Tariq Nasheed, he's in some of his movies, but he is a phenomenal being. And he full of knowledge, information that you and I need today. So let me let you look at it one more time. As I said before, when I can look at the book, it helps me when I'm searching for it, if I have that picture. And the last book that I want to share with you, this young man, one of my colleagues in real estate, I was talking to him one day, and he said, Miss Valerie, I got this book. Have you ever heard of the 4 Agreements? And I said, no. It's a book, a wisdom book, and by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I said, no. He said, oh, Miss Valerie, he said, it's one of those books that can set you free. And I said, really? Help me understand what you mean. And so he went on to elaborate a little bit more. And so he said it's a little book. It's a short read, but it's full of powerful information. He said that book changed his life, is what he shared. And he said, Miss Val, you got to get it. I said, oh, wow. I got on the computer right then and started searching for it. It's a practical guide to personal freedom. You would be amazed at what some would deem the small things, that information that we can receive that would actually just transcend our lives and just change it in the moment. And so let me let you see this little book, The 4 Agreements. This is what it looks like. I bought this book, and I have tried to share this book with everybody I know. And I know some of them bought it, and I'm sure some may not have, but many of the people that I told about this book immediately purchased it, and they loved it. They loved it. And it's one of those you may want to read more than once. In the 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz reveals the source of self-limiting beliefs. Again, still dealing with how we think and how we believe. The beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. Based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the 4 Agreements offer a powerful code of conduct that can rapidly transform our lives to a new experience of freedom, true happiness, and love. So guys, let me show you once more The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. So again, it's one of those books that helps us to tap into the function of the mind, and how the mind is connected to every other part of our bodies, and how important it is, and also the things that we can do on a daily basis that can help us transform and fix ourselves. Because guys, right now, that is something that is very, very important, is this knowledge that many of us are paying for or putting out here. And so it's been on my mind. I have, like I said, I have a library with several books. But today I wanted to kind of focus on books that will help us in that area. And so that is 6 books that I would suggest you look at the reviews and consider purchasing and reading. And I really do believe that you would be happy and glad that you did. You would be much blessed. So those are the books I wanted to share for today, and I hope that that you guys will purchase them or consider purchasing them, and that they will bless your life. I am not going to stay on. I do have some appointments I got to get to, so I said I was going to make it as short as possible. And sometimes I do get long-winded, because I love talking to you guys. And so, but I'm going to sign out. I'm going to say, have a wonderful, wonderful day today, as I am doing as well. And I want you to. Thank you for coming in and listening. And assalamu alaikum to you. Namaste. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Take care, my beautiful souls, my beautiful family. I love you immensely, and I will talk to you soon. Kisses to you, and peace be unto you. Bye-bye.